A Boy Called Bat by Alana K. Arnold, Chapter 16, A Correspondence. The next day, when it was time for recess, Israel stopped at Bat's desk instead of going outside with the rest of the class and asked, "Hey, Bat, do you want to play Foursquare or something?" "No," said Bat. He was still sitting at his desk. "No, you won't play Foursquare?" "No, I don't want to play anything," Bat answered. All the other kids had left the classroom, and Bat really wanted Israel too, so that he could talk to Mr. Grayson in private. But Israel kept standing there like he was waiting for something. "Well, do you want to go outside and just not play anything?" "No," Bat said, "I don't." Israel stood next to his desk for a moment longer, sort of smiling, like he was waiting for Bat to say something more. But what could be waiting for Bat? What could he be waiting for Bat to say? In his head, Bat ran through a list of things that he was supposed to remember to say to people. "Excuse me, I'm sorry, please, may I, thank you." "Thank you," Bat said. Okay, said Israel as he shrugged, and then finally he laughed. And here's Israel standing at Bat's desk. After Israel was gone, Bat went up to Mr. Grayson's desk. Mr. Grayson had a stack of their current events assignments in front of him, and he was making comments in each one in green felt-tipped pen. "Mr. Grayson," Bat said, "I need your help." Mr. Grayson put the cap on his pen and set it down. "I'm all ears," he said. That was a funny expression. For a second, Bat pictured Mr. Grayson made entirely of ears, with ears for eyes and ears for nose, and two tiny rows of little ears for teeth. "Well," said Bat, "let me tell you about Thor." And then Bat told Mr. Grayson everything about the skunk kit, about how Mom had brought him home after his mother had died, about how he drank puppy formula because there's no skunk formula, about how he went to the bathroom and how he needed to eat every 2 hours, and how when Mom first brought him home he was almost all pink, but now his black fur was starting to grow in, and most of all, how Bat loved him. "He sounds pretty great," Mr. Grayson said. "Yes," said Bat. "He was more than pretty great. He was all the way great." "So how can I help you, Bat?" "There's a world skunk expert named Dr. Jerry Dragoo, and I want to ask him some advice, something that's really important." "Okay," said Mr. Grayson. He pushed the stack of papers to one side and pulled his laptop from his satchel. He opened it and logged on. That was one of the great things about Mr. Grayson. If you said you needed help, he just helped without a lot of annoying questions. "There's only one Dr. Jerry Dragoo," said Mr. Grayson. "He's a professor at a university. We can write him an email if you want. That's his email address right there." Could it really be that easy? Could Bat really just write a skunk expert? Bat liked to send emails. He sent emails every month to his grandmother who lived in Idaho because she hated talking on the phone. Emails gave you time to think. "Okay," said Bat. "What do you want to say? I can type it for you." Mr. Grayson checked on his email icon and typed in the address. "That's all right," said Bat. "I like to type." Mr. Grayson let Bat sit in his chair. Bat typed. "Dear Dr. Jerry Dragoo." Mr. Grayson said you can just write "Dear Dr. Dragoo." People don't usually use a person's first name and last name when they start a letter. People don't usually have a name as cool as Dr. Jerry Dragoo, Bat said. Mr. Grayson laughed. "Can't argue with that." Bat went on. "My mom brought home a baby skunk. She is a vet and she had to help him be born. His mother died, but she didn't have any diseases and neither does he. His name is Thor. I want to keep him as a pet because I know I can be a good pet caretaker. Even if I can't keep him forever, I want to at least keep him until he goes back home to the wild, not give him to the skunk rescue people. Please write back and say I can, so I can tell my mom that a world skunk expert says yes. Then she will probably let me keep him." "Is that okay?" asked Bat. Mr. Grayson didn't answer right away, so Bat turned to look at him. Mr. Grayson's face was scrunched up, like he was trying not to laugh, or maybe like he was going to cry. "Mr. Grayson," Bat asked, "what's wrong?" "Nothing's wrong, Bat. This is a very nice email. I will be interested to hear what Dr. Dragoo says." "Me too," said Bat. At the end of the email he typed, "Sincerely, Bixby Alexander Tam." Parentheses, people call me back.